It's T minus 35 here on Your Coach. T minus 35. So today we're going to rock the fix-its. I remember my mom had this lawn chair. You know, back in the 50s, late 50s, early 60s, the chaise lawn chairs were made out of this webbing. Some of you may remember that. It was sort of a plastic webbing that crisscrossed, and the frames were this light aluminum frame. And I don't remember those chairs in that state. What I do remember is the aluminum frames of two chairs in our shed for my childhood into early adulthood, maybe even into adult, for as long as I can remember. Even if we made moves, Mom hung onto those aluminum chairs because she was going to re-web them. Over the years, the webbing had rotted, and she just was determined she was going to re-web them. I mean, for 20 years, never did it. But she held on to them because one day she was going to do this project. And I realize now that those chairs were probably a representative to her of, oh, I finally have a lawn. I finally have a house, maybe a real house with a real yard that I can put these in. And so it sort of meant something to her because she grew up during the Depression on a farm, and, you know, they didn't have lawn chairs. So, so today, if you have projects or things that are broken, here's what you do. Things that need repair, repair them. Things that are broken, fix them, or toss them. Now, if the repair is going to take several days, or you just can't not get to it today, but you want to, take a piece of cardboard or poster paper or something, write the date that you're going to be finished with this project and tape it to it and put it somewhere where you can see it, because that's the kind of stuff that clutters our minds. I have two projects I'm going to do that with today. That's the kind of stuff that stays here. It stays here. And also, I had mine packed away because we moved, and they were in storage, and I thought one day I'm going to get to these. They're smaller, but still they weigh on my mind. I constantly go, I need to do that one day. Well, I'm going to label them, and I'm going to try to be realistic with it. By what date am I going to have this done? And if not, I'm going to toss it, which is going to be really difficult, or I may pass it on. I don't know if I can toss them, but I'm going to get them out of my space one way or the other. So even questioning why this is important to me is a part of that, because some of it has to do with heirloom stuff. Why is this important to me? Why am I holding on to it? Do I really need to hold on to it? Would somebody else in my family like to do it more, or like it better, or have the time to do it? I don't know. So these are the kinds of questions we need to think about, because it's not about stuff, right? It's really about our mental space and the reason what we're going to do with the hours in our lives, which we seem to have a few spare now that we're home, most of us. So I spoke to a parent of young kids yesterday who said, I'm not doing the 50-day thing because Goodwill's closed. Okay, well, what we know is that we do what we want to do. And so if it's important to you to get rid of stuff and to create space, that's why I'm doing this. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Great. Hey, thanks for joining. It's all good. But I'm coming from experience. I'm bringing my experience to bear. Those people who are busy, especially with children, teenagers, kids, jobs, they usually have too much stuff, and it clutters the head, clutters the mind space, clutters everything up. So that's why we're doing it. And if you don't want to do it, Goodwills are closed right now because of COVID-19. Pack them up in boxes and decide, is the clutter worse than having a stack of Goodwill boxes by the door or in the garage or in the shed that I can load up when the time comes? Goodwill, Salvation Army, thrift store, wherever you take them to. Okay, so T minus 35, go for it. Even if you haven't been doing all these 35 days, you can start today. And because I have this wonderful assistant called Lisa, thank you, Lisa, all of these are going to be on a YouTube channel, and you'll be able to catch up if you'd like. Save them for the summer, however you want to do it. But right now, today, this is all we're focusing on, are finishing those projects or deciding to toss the things that are broken, or fix them or set them aside to be fixed with a date on them. Okay? Thanks. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'm still figuring out how to turn all this stuff off. So yeah. Oops. Yeah. See ya.